No. We're doing home renovations in your area.
Fantastic.
You own a home? No. It's live. Sure.
Is it already live?
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.
To help our county, to help our district, most definitely our district, but it's our county too, to help it move it in the right in a better direction, and be able to leave it better than I found it. Be there when you call. Be a face. Be a voice for the 4th District, and I promise you, I'll give you 110%. Number 1 on the ballot. Hopefully, I'm number 1 in your heart come May 19th. Appreciate your vote.
Eugene Smith.
Putting the 4th District first. Leadership you can trust and results you can see.
Paid for by the candidate.
How do you do? Come on in, old friend. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Sit right down and we'll have a talk, and you can tell me what's on your mind.
In the heart of Corbin, something extraordinary is taking center stage. A venue where music feels timeless, where every performance matters, and every guest is treated like they belong to something unforgettable. Built on elegance, driven by integrity, designed for artists, dreamers, and nights that deserve an encore. This isn't just another venue, it's the new sound of Corbin. Kenny's, located at 4672 5th Street Road. Come out and hear good music.
You got to come check out this new venue, Kenny's. This is Mayor Susie. I totally approve this message, and I approve this place.
Well, she found him with a Winchester to his throat, with a tear in his eye.
Are you looking for somewhere in Corbin, Kentucky to host your next event? Here we have it at Harvey's on Main at 115 Main Street. Let's check it out. Step into timeless charm and unforgettable elegance at this stunning historic venue. With breathtaking architectural details and an inviting open floor layout, Harvey's is the perfect setting for your next special event. Delight in the breathtaking bar complete with tap, a fully equipped kitchen for seamless catering, clean and accessible restrooms, a beautiful elevated stage for speakers, performers, or presenters. And for weddings and formal events, relish in the comfort and privacy of the bridal suite. Whether you're hosting an intimate gathering or a large celebration, Harvey's on Main provides the perfect scene to create lasting memories. Thoughtfully designed by the owner, who will be by your side every step of the way to ensure all your wants and needs are met. Book today and let Harvey's bring your vision to life.
Are you a jerky jerk?
You're holding it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Just give me 1 second.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
Can you give me a piece?
Yeah, of course.
Kick off your boots, come gather round. We're digging up secrets that can't stay down. Bigfoot's out there in the midnight air. Aliens watching from who knows where. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, aliens, CIA. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Oh! From small town whispers to city lights, we're hunting the truth in the dead of night. Conspiracies spin and the rumors fly. Country Cupid is gonna tell you why. No sugarcoat. call it crazy, we just ask why. Laugh if you wanna, but you just might see there's more to the world than they want it to be. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Truth or a tale, come and see. We're gonna have some fun, y'all.
In a world where feelings are protected and men have traded big, beautiful beards for man purses and man buns, comes to you a podcast you always wanted and never knew you needed. A podcast where feelings are left at the door and conversations happen unfiltered and no sugarcoating. What is going on, No Sugarcoating Podcast fans? Paul Buchanan wanted to reach out. The month of April is going to be full of candidates. We're going to see a lot of different people from a lot of different positions running, primarily in Laurel County and the surrounding areas. The No Sugarcoating Podcast crew wanted to let you know that we are by no means journalists. Do not come to our show expecting breaking news in regards to what's going on in the elections. We simply have discussions. We are not journalists. We are not a news show. We have discussions. We set our candidates in front of a screen where they can read the messages and they can answer the ones they want to. And we try to include the people watching's questions to the candidates. However, we're unable to get to all of them, and some of the questions the candidates cannot answer. They're just legally bound to not answering the questions. Again, and we can't make them tell the truth either, guys. So, just wanted to kind of let you guys know ahead of time. Hopefully, you'll see this before every episode of a candidate. But, yeah, guys, we're not a news crew. We don't pretend to be journalists. We have discussions. We try to bring out the best of everyone that comes here. We have no gotcha that we're trying to do to any candidate. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Have a great day. What is going on, Sugar Booger? Sorry, guys. No sugarcoating fans. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight on all the platforms that we're on: YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, everything. Guys, I'm so happy that we have Ronnie with us tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I can't see anybody commenting, no voice or no nothing yet. So that's really great that all this hand motion have words with it.
Well, I'm sure it's still fixed from when I done it the other day.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure it's not. Guys, anyways, I'm so excited. This is our last Wednesday doing the show. The election is less than a week away, 6 days. Next Tuesday, I think early voting opens tomorrow.
Yep.
And guys, we have the very last city council member that we're going to have on the show with us tonight, Miss Consondra Loughran.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so normally we spend the first hour of the show kind of getting to know the candidate, and then the next hour of the show, we kind of let everybody ask questions. That way, the folks that don't know you, because there's a lot of people running for city council, 18.
18 of us.
And we want everybody to know who you are, represent you the best you can. So we're going to start at the beginning. How did you get into London? I mean, little.
Well, when I was 4 months old, my parents moved to Indianapolis from Somerset, but they was from Manchester. My dad had graduated vocational school. He got a job at McLean Trucking as a diesel mechanic. And then when I was about 11 or 12, my parents divorced. Due to my father at that time we found out he had schizophrenia. And back then, definitely the disease was not understanded. My mom had 4 kids, so we moved down here.
That makes a lot of sense, and we'll get into that a little later.
Okay. So she moved us down here to London, where her family was, and I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and so been down to London ever since. I mean, there was a few times like I lived in Corbin for a little while.
So you made some really good decisions in your life too. I'm just teasing.
Well, it's still Royal County, but yet I had a Corbin address.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then there was about a year and a half, I moved to Indiana and Ohio, but back down here, I'd say basically all my life.
Well, I mean, it's something about leaving and getting called back, right? Like,
absolutely.
The first 2 or 3 months, you're like, nah, I'm so glad I got out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just gets in your head. I need to get home.
Oh, yeah. When you're young, you're like, oh, I'm not staying in this town. I'm moving away from here.
Mm-hmm.
You're still taking you with you. Whatever
Right.
maybe if you're running from something. And it's not as glamorous as you think.
No.
I couldn't imagine being anywhere else, to be honest.
Well,
Except for the beach, maybe. And that would just be a couple weeks.
well, let me tell you, I moved to the beach, and I moved back. It was about a year and a half. I was like, yeah, it turns out everything here is trying to kill me. You move to Florida, everything there is trying to kill you. It's only good for vacationing.
Yes.
That's why it's Florida man.
Right.
To the beach for a week, and I was so glad to come back home.
What? Did you not like it?
It wasn't me. A cup of tea.
No, saltwater's not for me at all. I just like sitting on the beach, listening to the waves come in, the smell, the tropical smell, like
Right.
ocean, people just
Florida
have wine.
don't smell like that.
Well, now I haven't been since I was like 10, so
You're spot on. Like, we got there and thought that that we would get, and there were some people that bring their lunches and like a little boom box and stuff like that, but there wasn't people playing volleyball everywhere. And in fact, there was a lot of homeless people sleeping on the benches and stuff that was there. And that was even like, and when you go to Panama City, not Panama, but what am I thinking of, Ronnie?
Myrtle Beach.
Not Myrtle Beach.
Clearwater.
Clearwater was very nice. The other side.
Oh, the other side.
Is it Fort Lauderdale? I mean, it just smells like weed everywhere. It smells like weed everywhere. It wasn't great.
The last beach I went to was Wilmington.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
So some of those beaches that are set up touristy are really awesome, but then when you get to the other ones that everybody knows of and stuff like that, it's
Daytona's that nice. They got the walkway.
Yeah, Daytona. That's another one. Smells just like weed.
I got an uncle lives in Inglewood, and he said
Like California with Snoop and them.
No, Inglewood, Florida. He sent me game footage of that beach. It was very pretty.
But that's right there about Panama, right?
Well, it's up above it.
Yeah, that's there. Right there, right?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get way off on Florida, man, let's talk about city council. So, what made you, being a London resident or being from the area practically your entire life, you've never run for any type of politics before now, is that right?
Correct.
So, what made you say now's the time?
Well, I always wanted to run, but I was a single mom with 5 kids, and then some. It wasn't just my 5 kids I always had, my nieces or their friends. I always had like anywhere from 15 to 25 teenagers in the house at one time.
Woo!
Yeah. And you can verify that in your guest next week.
Yeah.
But I just told myself, if I don't do it now, I'm going to regret it. And I just felt like the timing was right when I watched the city council meetings and listened to people. angry and resentful, and it's time for change. And I just felt like it was time for me to do it. I'm not saying that I'll win. I'm not as confident as some of the guests that you've had on here, but I just didn't want to regret it. You know, it's funny. I talked to Jack Riley, and he's like, "Well, you can mark it off your bucket list." You know, now, because I told Jack back when he was running for mayor, and that's when the mayor we have now was running, that I was running next time for council. And I called him up and I said, "Well, I told you I was going to do it." He's like, "Yeah, you did." So,
Well, so that's exciting. You've always kind of wanted to run.
yeah.
And right now, a lot of opinion of London is a lot of change needs to take place. Like, the only thing that everyone can agree on is there needs to be change.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that support the mayor say change the city council. People that support the city council says change the mayor. Like, they can all agree change.
Yeah, I just don't know if they want the same changes, but they all want to change.
Right.
And I want to add also my mother's mother. She was 4'11", never learned how to drive, and she got out and walked campaigning for Elmer Cunningham, Ed Bowen, which is Doug Bowen's daddy.
He's the corner, right?
Yes. And
okay.
Elmer Cunningham was the prosecutor, and let's see, Big John Bowen, he was the jailer. And she would get, and I remember being a little girl, and Big John Bowen would come to the house and he'd say, "Now, Bessie, you're going to help me this campaign, aren't you?" And she's like, "You know, John, I am." You know, and she never got anything out of it, you know, just, you know, I wished I'd had that discussion with her, what drove her to do that. Because, you know, she didn't have a high school diploma. She was from Hazard, Kentucky. Had my mother in a house when she was, you know, didn't even go to the hospital. I mean, dirt poor. And she had that drive, and she got out and she walked. I remember she was part of Kern's Bakery when they were striking. And my grandmother was out there, and she was a strong voice. To be 4'11", you listened.
Yeah.
And you would have thought that she had went to college, very self-made in her intelligence, you know.
I think that's kind of what is missing, and that's the fact that we have the internet now. Instead of, you know, I can guarantee you the reason why your grandmother did that is because we want good people in the office. You know, she had a relationship with the people that she was out campaigning for, and she wanted the best for her city. So she's getting out there, "Hey, listen, you know me, you know what I represent. This person right here will serve us well in these positions." You know, I wish we had more of that, more face-to-face interactions versus all the internet slang and stuff like that.
Well, people are more apt to say something behind the screen than they are face-to-face. Granted, I'm a mental health therapist also. I'm a licensed mental health therapist. And so I really, truly believe that personal connection being, you know, I think it's real important, and we're losing that. We're losing having conversations with people. You don't even know who you're talking to, really, truthfully, for sure, behind a screen. You know.
No, that's a fact. My daughter, 23, called me Monday. She says, "Dad, I've messaged Jessica about some clothes, but I don't really want to talk to anybody because my anxiety gets the best of me. Can you finish working this out?" She's 23.
Something was off because I was sitting here and she comes in, but she stops at the door, like behind it where I can't see her. And I was working on that computer. She hollers at me. I talk back. I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where's the clothes at?" I'm looking. I'm like,
"Are you coming back here to talk?" Or
yeah. She never did. So I told her, I was like, "Well, they're in my trunk. Go get them." She just did it. but I'd never seen her. Like, she did not make herself visible.
Yeah, see, and there's a lot of kids like that right now.
Oh, yes.
That I think you were telling a story about Sean, wasn't you? About him being.
Yeah, Sean's 50-50. It really depends on what mood he's in, but I'd say majority of the time though he's very like reserved. He knows you, like truly knows you. He's very shy.
Oh, they don't have a problem solve now either. Yeah,
unless he's around me though.
Yeah, I don't see Sean being shy.
He is. He can be. I embarrass him all the time. Like I'm the type, I'll go in Walmart and I'll just make a fool of myself. I don't care.
He'll get on a podcast and do it.
Yeah. You know how you feel.
I don't care.
But yeah, so you were wanting to be part of city council even before city council became a hot topic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In London.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with what's going on now. Actually, prayerfully, anybody should run. I want to be in it on it right now. No, it was before. Yeah, and actually, I was going to be on register for the let's see. I was going to run the last election when the mayor that we have now was running, and Jack Riley, and I can't remember who else. And
Jody Weaver ran against this mayor too.
But when then Jack dropped out. But at that time I was running a business, and I let the date get past me. So that's when I told Jack, I said, I will pay attention next time, and I will be running then.
Well, see, I think that's refreshing. There's a lot of people running right now just because of the discourse that they see in the city council, that they see all the craziness and they're like, listen, I want to fix this. But to hear someone say, listen, I was actually really interested in being part of city council before it had hiccups, and now even more interested in running for city council, I think that's pretty refreshing.
Well, and also I've been on the of course I'm still a citizen in London, but I've been in front of the council before requesting stuff back in, I think it was January 1992. Gosh, time. Anyway, nobody please do the math on that. Anyway, yeah. I went in front of the
33 years, 34.
Beep. We're breaking up. But I went in front of the city council then and asked for an ordinance to be put in London for tattoo shops. You couldn't have a legal tattoo shop in the city of London before that. So I've been that citizen in front of the council people asking for something, and I really, at that time, tattoos wasn't really, the thing, it was still,
right.
And I really was surprised that they passed it, but they were very respectful to me. Nothing like you see now going on.
Right.
Shut up, sit down.
No, it was nothing like that at all.
Making a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, well, they didn't table it,
I'm just teasing. Everybody that we've had on the council has been very kind to us.
Well, if you can't laugh at yourself and when people make jokes, I mean, I laugh at myself all the time. I told my daughter on the way here, I was like, I know I'm going to say something stupid. And she's like, Mom, it won't be the first time. And I go, yeah, I know. I just said something stupid right then. Me saying, I'm going to say something stupid. And we both laughed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's important, is being able to say, listen, I'll say stuff I shouldn't sometimes. And, laugh with me about it. Give me a hard time about it. Let's move past it, because there's all kinds of times that I say stuff. Not as many times as Jericho does, but there's all.
I need to get that sound bite from Forrest Gump. I am not a smart man.
So 4 years ago, you were interested in running for council. Mm-hmm. Time got by you. You got in this time. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you would like? And this is what I was going to touch on when you said that your father had schizophrenia. Mm-hmm. One of the big things that you're mentioning is, mental health awareness. That was just something, in the last month or so that you posted about. And then I didn't know until just a moment ago when you said that you say a therapist, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor.
So, I mean, how? Right. I mean, I feel like I should stretch across this couch right now and tell you my whole life story.
You got 3 broken men in this room.
Right.
Alan, who specializes in rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, when I graduated and started out professionally, I started out in substance abuse, Independence House.
Okay.
It's here in Corbin.
I do. Unfortunately familiar.
Is it that building down there close to Circle K?
It's before Circle K. It's like a double wide up on the.
Yep.
Yeah, I started there with Miss Mary. And I was there for about a year and a half, something like that, and got shipped to Mount Vernon, then outpatient. And there I was the substance abuse specialist, drug court, DUIs, and I was there about a year. And this was through Hawk Care, by the way, so I wasn't switching jobs; I was switching
locations
within. And they opened up. There was starting phase of substance abuse treatment for teenage boys 13 to I think it was 19 at where the juvenile detention building was in London, the state police.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I helped we was painting, cleaning, and walking OIG through there. I don't believe I can get my hands dirty, or I can wipe them off, and I can meet the governor.
Right.
I really take pride in being one of several people that started that program. And then I decided I needed a mental health break, so I opened a bin store.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I am. Well, in between time, I was also working at Turning Point, and it was residential for kids that had, mental health issues. They needed stabilized, stuff like that. Out on 80, and I was like part-time therapist there. So then, now that I had closed down the bin store, I'm working at my sister's practice, which is True Health at Dog Patch. We've just opened that location up.
That's awesome. It sounds like you're always into something. Like you spend all this time just kind of helping people here and there, here and there, here and there. And I wonder, and this is not to be, I'm not a therapist, but I wonder if your growing up kind of led you in that direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I have 5 children, 4 living children. I've went through a lot of things in my life that people look at me and say, I just don't know how you did it, and I've turned around everything tragic I use to help other people. When I say I understand, I really do understand most of the time. Losing a child wasn't enough and everybody grieves differently, so I don't want anyone to think I'm judging. I wanted to die when I buried my daughter. Then I ended up with my first grandson, and I was like, you would think I would have thought that with my 4 children, that the drive to live, but I knew he was going to be a newborn. I guess I don't know, but something woke up in me, and I was like, I've got to come out of this.
Yeah.
And my father, he lived with me his last few years, and I never will forget finding him. He was down, and I started CPR. And I guess I'm kind of jumping a little bit, but this is my reason for going into therapy, bits and pieces of my life.
Well, I think this is very important for people to know what you've been through.
Well,
this lady can pack a load, guys.
Yeah. He went down to my house, and I started CPR. I never forget, Eric Stallards was a city cop then. And he had dealt with my father. We'd have to get 202As on him, and they knew him. They was like, "Come on, Jerry," And he was there before the ambulance started helping me CPR. And I don't know if you've ever done CPR, it is very exhausting. It really is. And I never forget, Eric didn't stop CPR till they got to the emergency room and the doctors took over. Now, I'm not saying that I always have, and I'm kind of skipping a little bit. I've not always had good interactions with police, but I've not always had bad.
Right.
My brother's a retired Lexington Metro. But anyways, different things led me to. I remember doing therapy at my kitchen table before I was ever a therapist.
Yeah.
It was just, I think, in me.
Well, I think that's where some of the best therapy comes at the kitchen table.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
There it is. You get to eat and talk.
Boo, 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 boo. No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it seemed like those were always where tough conversations could be had and left at.
Crying, laughing.
And be left there. Like, you know that the people around you love you. Mm-hmm. You know that they care about you. You know what they got to say is important. And that it can stay right there at the table. When you guys get up, that problem just stays there with the plates. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's awesome. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. I think it would be awesome to have somebody with your background on city council, someone that can, like, therapists have a way of dissecting problems. They have a way of understanding. They have a way of communicating, and they dissect it so that everybody kind of gets what's going on.
De-escalation is the main thing too.
Yeah, de-escalation.
Yes.
Yep, keeping things calm.
Yeah, and helping each other understand other person's point of view. Mm-hmm. You can hear somebody, but actually listen. And sometimes if it comes from someone else, it's like, oh, wait, I understand what they're saying. And if you don't, getting them to be able to learn coping skills to be able to say, I don't like that idea without it being in a negative way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just, it's kind of like every time I hear Ronnie say, wait, and then he says something, and then he goes, right? That's the moment I start calculating what he said.
But, also it's about body language, facial expressions. A lot of times I can read the whole tone in the room or of that person, and they don't even realize it.
So, and that was something else that I'd seen in your on your Facebook. The thing that you would promise all people in London, mm-hmm. is that you'd listen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was the one promise you made. In fact, I think that's how the post starts. If I could make you one promise, mm-hmm. it's that I'll listen to your concerns and everything else.
That's the only promise I can make, because if elected, I sit with other people. I can't make promises when, we could vote on, say, an ordinance, and I'd be the only one vote yes, and them all vote no. So I can't make that any other promises, I feel like, because I feel like being part of the city council, you're a part of a team. Yeah. And I don't mean just the city council and the mayor and the head of the city, different departments. I'm saying also the citizens. I feel like it's one big team. And the only promise I can make is I will listen. And I'm not going to say I'm going to listen and then dismiss you. Right. What I mean by that is, if you got a question, I don't have the answer, I'm going to try to find the answer. And I'm going to get back with you. But even if you don't like what the response is, I'm still going to get back with you.
Well, see, we receive tons. And guys, I'm going to look right at the camera. We receive tons of messages from our listeners, and they say, ask this, ask that, ask this, ask that. And one of the biggest things that we get told privately is how most of them felt dismissed. Mm-hmm. Their concerns, their thoughts, the things that they wanted to say, many of the messages, people just felt like nobody was listening within the city council.
I would see why. I mean, I've been to city council meetings, and I've also watched them on Facebook, and the reason being I watched more of them than being present is because of my work schedule at that time. Also, I have been working on my health to build up to make sure I can be at least, no one's 100% per se, but 95% for the people, for myself, and for my whoever is sitting next to me. But anyway, back to what you were saying, I'm in awe that I feel like the disrespect to the citizens. And then time anybody gets up there, they're so angry, they're blasting anything at the council because they're frustrated.
Right.
They're not giving no explanation. And then even when they get to talk, it's like mum's a word. Nothing. And
the acknowledgement.
Yes.
Is just as, in my opinion, it's just as big as listening.
Yeah.
Listen to them, but also acknowledge
that they're
what
standing
they said.
And that they're standing in front of you.
Yeah. But from the few I have sat down and watched, every time somebody gets up there and talks, yeah, they let them, have their 2 minutes, and then they rush them off. Like, all right, you said what you need to say, go on. I mean, they probably don't.
I don't even think they get that sometimes. Yeah. Or so I think somebody just says their time's up.
Yeah.
like that is so condescending, and that's the people that you're making decisions for. We all live in the city, and also that's the people that voted you in.
Yeah.
And regardless, how about doing the right thing? I just want to be able to lay my head down at night and know that I tried to do the right thing.
Right.
Which is a little bit of a knowledge that
anything. Thank you,
happy.
even.
Yeah, that would make people calmer. That would make them more happy.
Yeah, because they're frustrated because they're not getting any type of answers. I know a lot's been said about the attorneys, and I don't feel like the public's getting an answer on that. Now I did watch your podcast with Justin Young the other night, and he mentioned something about the reason for them getting their attorneys. But the thing is, that's the first time anyone has said from the council the reason. Now,
no, listen, I respect Justin Young coming on the show because listen, that guy has
out of all of them.
Yeah, out of all of them, he had a lot of blowback about stuff, and I really appreciate him coming on and tackling a lot of his issues with us and with everybody else. But you're right.
Well, and I'm not even.
But no, you're right. He's the only person I've heard say anything really outside of the typical. We've got ours, they've got theirs, kind of thing. And I was just only pointing out that I don't know how.
Couldn't fact check him,
but I was glad it came on for that.
Yeah, well, and the reason what I'm getting at, I've talked to Justin Young, I think one time my whole life.
That was our first time ever speaking to him.
And nothing against him or for him. It's just that's the first time I've heard an explanation for all the attorneys through this whole thing, and people stood up there and asked the council about it.
Yeah,
their tax, and wouldn't have been easy said or during the council meetings, and
because
he explained it pretty well here. He said it was, hey, listen, if this attorney don't agree, now this is what he said.
Yeah,
and this is just me breaking it down. I don't know.
I'm not saying
the facts or whatever.
I'm either.
But the way he kind of mentioned it was, hey, listen, if the attorney don't agree with the mayor, then the mayor just fire him. And so the attorney's sticking with the mayor, and we're kind of kicking against the mayor, and we don't feel like we have any legal counsel because this attorney is really only representing the mayor in his opinion.
Right.
Is what he said, right? I just got to be very careful. I don't want any trouble from anybody, but
yeah, it just feels like though that's an explanation. It just felt like though that brings more division, right? I mean, because when you say, well, that mayor's only for the mayor, I mean, that lawyer's only for the mayor.
Uh-huh.
And when we're trying to put something in against the mayor, the mayor don't like, well, why don't they just talk to him?
Well, see, the mayor said 100 times that he would be, and again, I don't know what happens behind closed doors.
That's
right.
Because the mayor has said that there's conversation behind closed doors, and so has the city council. So, I mean, there are things privately being said between them that us, the public,
Probably should know, though.
don't know, though.
Yeah, don't know. But, I mean, that's the thing. If you're going for a public office, I think there should not be those behind the closed doors that you can't bring to public. Because if it's something that you can't bring to public, then being a public servant
Makes it pretty difficult.
makes it pretty difficult to explain yourself.
Well, I've worked on several treatment teams in mental health and been part of when I had supervision, and I had to sit next to professionals that were my bosses, and I didn't necessarily like their approach as a boss. They were, very abrupt, but I didn't focus on that when it come talking about a client.
Right.
It didn't matter how I felt about that person next to me. It was about my client.
No, you're exactly right.
And also, another thing is, I still learned from that person.
Yeah.
I mean, I put my feel. I mean, as per
Feelings should be left at the door.
yeah, I
And
still learned from him.
And the business of the city should continue with feelings left at the door.
And if I'd hung on to that, who would have suffered? My client.
The citizens.
And right here, the citizens.
Right.
That's who's suffering.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to say everybody. The mayor's getting pretty.
He's suffering pretty good right now too.
And I don't mean that's funny either when I laugh. But
No, I would say he would agree. Let me tell you something really funny the mayor said to me. Maybe I shouldn't.
You've already started it.
yeah, you've already started it.
I'm just. Oh, let me just say his sense of humor. I asked him to come on the show.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
I asked him to come on the show, and I might have even said that during his podcast. But he goes, "Yeah, I'll come on your show if you put $20 on my books."
$20 on my book. His commissary.
Yeah. But I mean, that was just his sense of humor, and I mean that. Very, very likable guy. I enjoyed having conversations with everybody running for mayor of London. I enjoyed talking to each of them, Tracy, Matt, and Mr. Randall. I enjoyed talking to everybody. They were all kind of had, the problem is Weddle's got to talk about what he's having to go through. And he's not getting to talk about much of what he wants to do because he's kind of caught in all the different things going on.
We've heard that. Anytime pushback is given, he explodes. The mayor, you need to handle pushback.
Well, I'd like to comment on that.
Sure, you can comment on anything you like.
What does pushback look like to that person?
Right.
I mean, pushback to me might be somebody thinking they need to get the cops. What does that look like to them? Pushback.
It's different for everybody.
That's right. Your perception's different than my perception. His, and I'm not even disallowing what that person's just said. But I would be curious to know what exactly, in more detail, is the pushback.
See that, like I said, that's really tough because I believe that everybody has good intentions. I don't think that the mayor doesn't have good intentions. I don't think that the city council doesn't have good intentions. I just don't think that they can build a bridge between them. That they're at such a cross right now that if one of them said, the sky is blue, the other one would say, no, it's not.
It's white.
Yeah. Well, you don't understand. That's the particles hitting the sun and making it that color. Da, 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 da.
What it'd be interesting to know what was the cause of it.
Well, would even be more interesting in knowing is how do we fix it? How do we get past it? Because everything now has already happened.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that it can be repaired.
I guarantee you that the same 6 people will not be on city council in November.
Don't get fixed.
I can guarantee that. I know that because only 4 of them are rerunning.
Right.
We were told there were only 4.
What Justin said. Yes.
That's what Justin told
the
us.
The last one that was nominated was running.
I don't know. Just unless that's happened since Justin's been on the show, he told us only 4 was rerunning.
I agree with Jay. I've been pushing that for a long time, though. They need to just get in the ring with some boxing gloves on.
Go down there at Linda Martial Arts.
Yeah. Settle it the old-fashioned way.
Go in the backyard.
Yeah.
Well, you were right. I can't do that.
Good. Because questions will be rolling in for you here in the next after we get back from break and stuff. So let me ask you before everybody else gets to you. What do you plan on doing different if you were elected?
Doing different?
The
opposite of everything that's being done.
Let me tell you what I will.
I mean, okay. First of all, after I pinch myself, if I want, I wanted to go to the Kentucky League of Cities training. That's one of the very first thing is I want to know who I'm going to be sitting next to.
Sure.
Talk to them for, and whatever mayor is and city heads, have a discussion. And then I want to go to that training because I don't know everything. I'm not a career politician.
Right.
At all. Go to that training. And then to get up there, I'd like to also, instead of the 2 minutes, I would like to see the longer time for the citizens to talk.
Right.
And then just take it from there. What needs to be done right now? Because it's going to take, I'm guessing 6 to 12 months, probably, to go through by that time everything that's happened and see what we're responsible for. And then I would really like the focus to be on bringing revenue into London and good paying jobs. We're right off the interstate. I mean, you guys in Corbin are so far advanced in the things that you guys have done, and Corbin's not even that big. I mean,
no,
it's embarrassing. You guys went wet before we went wet. I think we were one of the last towns to go even wet.
I'm pretty sure we could get tattoos in town before 1992 too.
Oh yeah, you guys could have tattoo shops. My ex-brother-in-law actually had a tattoo shop here. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I'm not down in Corbin. I'm just saying, you guys, whoever's been running Corbin has been that smart to be more advanced and think out of the box.
It's still been tough here in Corbin, but I mean, it took a lot of pushing, but.
And it may be, I don't know, behind the scenes. I'm just saying, for face value,
right.
you guys have to, even though it may be still Laurel County, I still look at it as Corbin. And I have another.
Yeah, we do too.
Corbin knows not to make the news.
Yeah, I don't. That's.
Yes. And I'd like to touch base on that. What you just said. if there's time.
There is.
Okay. A lot of people have said to me, "I'm so embarrassed of London." I mean, people are calling from states away, like, "What's going on? It's better than a soap opera." Blah blah blah.
It's better than soap opera. That's the first I've heard that.
Really? Yeah.
That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Well, my response to that is, I'm not embarrassed. I truly not. this needed to happen. It's been a long time coming for. I'm not going to say the whole state of Kentucky. I don't know what, but come on, we all know what how politics is.
Right.
And I'm hoping that changes will be made, like laws will be created to allow some of this not to happen again. So I'm not embarrassed at all.
No, I'm glad you said that because that is important. That's if that lesson could be what everybody pulls out of this, that we as in London, never need to go through this again. And what can we proactively do to make sure that we don't have to do this ever again? What kind of policies can we put on our police department? What kind of policies can we get right here in the city?
Well, on the mayor, on the council, on every
right. We don't.
And if you got something right, you don't have to fix what you got right. It's what you got wrong is what you got to look at.
Right.
When I worked in the Independence House, that place had been established over 20 years. We every day or every week we had to have a new rule because something new would happen.
Right.
I mean, technologies and all the progress. Independence House had to change with the times, and rules were created after being there for 20 some years. And same with this. So I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm hoping that change be made, and then the other, whether it be city or state, and then
or county,
learn from county. Other people will learn from this
because another tough issue is that it's not just London.
Correct.
The rip's all in the county now.
Yes. Well, when I say London, I know it's London City, Laurel County, but my heart is it's all one.
Right. I always say that because I've been corrected like 6 times because I say, well, London police are like, no, that's Laurel County police. I've been corrected 6. Yeah. I've been corrected 6 or 8 times. The only reason why I've kind of broke it up. Yeah, I should have.
Kids, dude, I'm like, what is?
Because I'm 40 friggin' 2. Because I'm 40 friggin' 2, and I don't do that.
We all have kids that do.
No, we do.
My kids don't do it no more.
Don't do it.
No, they stopped a long time ago. And I'm so
Is that a song? Was that a song, or what was that?
It started from a basketball player.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the Urban Dictionary on what that means.
Because I got curious because my kids wouldn't shut up about it, and it started from a basketball player,
Okay.
and then a fan that was watching the game went and made a meme of it. That meme blew up, and then everybody started doing it.
Well, see, I don't watch any sports unless I know somebody that's playing in it. I mean, I don't care if it's T-ball or if it was NFL.
Right.
I just don't pay to watch somebody usually run after a ball or unless I know somebody personally in it.
So, what do you think the council could do to try to reset things with the county?
Well, I don't. That's difficult for me to say because I don't know what's been going on behind closed doors. One thing, there needs to be conversations, and I don't think that's going to happen until new people get voted in. I think them bridges are burnt and they're not rebuildable.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think they all need a therapist.
Yeah,
like Miss Consondra.
What's your insurance? If you make me look thinner on this, I'll do yours free.
Well, there's no editing in this.
Oh, okay.
It's all live.
Well, you guys are double.
We're double. So, with that said, you have a lot of ties. You have a lot of roots in London, Laurel County.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about those, because you had mentioned some before the show, and I was like, and you're like, do you know this person? Do you know this person? And this person does this person does, and this, and I was like, wow.
Well, it's funny you say that because my granddaughter, she's like, okay, let me go back. Let me skip here. When I put in my hat to run, my son called me and he's like, Mom, is it true? And I go, what? you're running for city council? I go, no, why? What makes you say that? He goes, oh, Mom, I said, Gunner, yes, I am. He goes, Mom, what are you doing to us? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, they're going to talk about us. And I'm like, who cares? Like, let them talk. Yeah. Right. And then when I told my granddaughter, she was like, and I told her what my son had said. And then my other granddaughter was like, well, you're not going to win. I was like, gee, thanks for the support there and faith, you know. She's like 10, something like that. And so when I told my other granddaughter that's 15, she's like, Mama, you're going to win. Everybody loves you. And I go, well, traveling, everybody don't love me. I mean, come on, you know. Right. And she's like, well, everywhere we go, you know, everybody. You know, she spends a lot of time with me. And she don't like going anywhere with me because she's like, I can't get you, can't go to the restaurant, you know, everybody there, you know. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of my, getting back to what you were saying about the ties, my grandson, we have London Martial Arts Gym in London. That's owned by my son-in-law. Well, I say it's family owned. I'm like, when I get ready to train, you're not charging me,
right?
Or I quit babysitting. Last podcast I was on, he got on there and asked me to babysit the next weekend on the podcast.
Now those are those guys, Real and Raw, right?
Yes. Yeah. But
we like those guys. Me and Ronnie does.
Oh, they're cool. Yeah.
I just tease it. There's a story.
I think Jericho's got a backstory on that.
There's just a funny story there. I'm just picking.
But yeah,
Jericho likes you too.
Soft-hearted.
Well, anyways, we have London Martial Arts. And a lot of people know my grandson Trey Byerly.
Big fighter.
Yeah.
Big fighter. I mean, like he's doing some phenomenal stuff right now. It has been for a couple of years. Like he's been on my radar.
He's been doing fighting since like age 7, 8.
No, but I mean he's been on my radar for at least a couple of years. He's been doing some real big fighting for the last couple of years.
Yeah. He was doing it in my living room before. You know, and bless his heart. And then my sister, she owns True Health. I think I
at Dog Patch, yes, ma'am.
Well, that's the new location. She has True Health on Main Street also.
Okay.
And that's been there for a few years. She just opened True Health at Dog Patch. It's going to be urgent care, primary care.
That's awesome.
Mental health therapist.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then my brother has Loughran's boxing gym. Then my niece has a gutter bit. So we've got a lot of roots, in a lot of things,
No, I mean, so what you're saying is you guys have a feeder business. You go to the gym, get smashed up. You can go get took care of at the urgent care center.
Got beat up, you come see me.
Yeah, it's a feeder business. That's awesome.
Yeah, I never really thought of it like that. But, yeah.
Well, now that you have,
I think you need to get an office in Jonathan's gym there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're going to talk about how we get this fixed.
Yeah.
So we are fixing to go on our 8:00 break. Who's won the votes? Number 4. Consondra's won. Hey, you know what? Let this winning continue on the next week.
Well, I don't know if she actually does it.
She will.
No, I'm talking about the wheel.
I want to do it.
She'll
the program, right?
That's part of the deal, man.
Everybody tries to scheme out of it.
I know. I mean, no, it's your program.
Seems to be a woman thing. So far the women has been really.
He means that in the best way. He means that in the best way.
The women that's been on this show seems to be the only ones that will actually do. What
they don't give. They don't give no.
Well, that's the reason why we can have children. You guys can't.
All right, so we'll be back in just a moment, guys. We're going to take a break, check out our sponsors, check out what we're doing, and we'll get you guys in about 6 or 8 minutes.
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.
To help our county, to help our district, most definitely our district, but it's our county too, to help it move it in the right in a better direction, and be able to leave it better than I found it. Be there when you call, be a face, be a voice for the 4th District, and I promise you I'll give you 110%. Number 1 on the ballot. Hopefully I'm number 1 in your heart come May 19th. Appreciate your vote.
Eugene Smith.
Putting the 4th District first. Leadership you can trust and results you can see.
Paid for by the candidate.
How do you do? Come on in, old friend. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Sit right down and we'll have a talk, and you can tell me what's on your mind.
In the heart of Corbin, something extraordinary is taking center stage. A venue where music feels timeless, where every performance matters, and every guest is treated like they belong to something unforgettable. Built on elegance, driven by integrity, designed for artists, dreamers, and nights that deserve an encore. This isn't just another venue, it's the new sound of Corbin. Kenny's, located at 4672 5th Street Road. Come out and hear good music.
You got to come check out this new venue, Kenny's. This is Mayor Susie. I totally approve this message, and I approve this place.
Well, she found him with a Winchester to his throat, with a tear in his eye.
Are you looking for somewhere in Corbin, Kentucky to host your next event? Here we have it at Harvey's on Main at 115 Main Street. Let's check it out. Step into timeless charm and unforgettable elegance at this stunning historic venue. With breathtaking architectural details and an inviting open floor layout, Harvey's is the perfect setting for your next special event. Delight in the breathtaking bar complete with tap, a fully equipped kitchen for seamless catering, clean and accessible restrooms, a beautiful elevated stage for speakers, performers, or presenters. And for weddings and formal events, relish in the comfort and privacy of the bridal suite. Whether you're hosting an intimate gathering or a large celebration, Harvey's on Main provides the perfect scene to create lasting memories. Thoughtfully designed by the owner, who will be by your side every step of the way to ensure all your wants and needs are met. Book today and let Harvey's bring your vision to life.
Are you a jerky jerk?
You're holding it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Just give me 1 second.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
Can you give me a piece?
Yeah, of course.
Kick off your boots, come gather round. We're digging up secrets that can't stay down. Bigfoot's out there in the midnight air. Aliens watching from who knows where. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, CIA. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. From small town whispers to city lights, we're hunting the truth in the dead of night. Conspiracies spin and the rumors fly. Country Cupid is gonna tell you why. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien secrets to break. No sugar. lights in the sky. Some call it crazy, we just ask why. Laugh if you wanna, but you just might see there's more to the world than they want it to be. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Truth or a tale, come and see. We're gonna have some fun, y'all.
In a world where feelings are protected and men have traded big, beautiful beards for man purses and man buns, comes to you a podcast you always wanted and never knew you needed. A podcast where feelings are left at the door and conversations happen unfiltered and no sugarcoating. What is going on, No Sugarcoating Podcast fans? Paul Buchanan wanted to reach out. The month of April is going to be full of candidates. We're going to see a lot of different people from a lot of different positions running, primarily in Laurel County and the surrounding areas. The No Sugarcoating Podcast crew wanted to let you know that we are by no means journalists. Do not come to our show expecting breaking news in regards to what's going on in the elections. We simply have discussions. We are not journalists. We are not a news show. We have discussions. We set our candidates in front of a screen where they can read the messages and they can answer the ones they want to. And we try to include the people watching's questions to the candidates. However, we're unable to get to all of them, and some of the questions the candidates cannot answer. They're just legally bound to not answering the questions. Again, and we can't make them tell the truth either, guys. So, just wanted to kind of let you guys know ahead of time. Hopefully, you'll see this before every episode of a candidate. But, yeah, guys, we're not a news crew. We don't pretend to be journalists. We have discussions. We try to bring out the best of everyone that comes here. We have no gotcha that we're trying to do to any candidate. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Have a great day.
What is going on? We are back. Everybody got their smoke break in. So it's time to spin the wheel. So I'm going to preference one thing real fast. If she spins this and it lands on Shark Tank, she's going to spin it again because that's been getting landed on a lot.
We want to see something new.
I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
Give it with them, Bob. There it is. Price is Right spins.
Switch roles.
What does that mean?
So that means like she becomes the host for, or whoever she wants. She can switch roles with one of us, which we're all hosts. So you could be the host.
What about if I spin it again?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You're the host for a moment, anyways.
Okay. Rapid fire questions.
So Paul will ask you 5 rapid fire questions.
Okay. He threw you under the bus.
He looked over at me like, I told you these questions are tough on us. Not
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I added stuff on this board that makes all of us work.
Okay.
So
But then he says Paul.
Okay.
I like how he said all of us work.
because the last person
Then
that
he goes, Paul.
the last person that got it, I done it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was the last? I don't remember the five.
Well, I think
I don't remember. I think
something on there.
no. I don't think you did.
Yeah. Would you?
You need to have them questions
Yeah.
ready.
I got that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was on there.
Yeah. So rapid fire. You're gonna get asked 5 questions, and you just rapid fire your answers.
Without thought.
Yeah, without thought, just rapid fire.
Okay.
So whatever slips out, slips out.
Okay. Let's go.
Who's your favorite kid?
I have none.
Who would you like to replace on city council?
Justin Young.
If you wasn't doing this profession, what profession would you do?
Lawyer.
Okay. Jeez, Pete. Ford or Chevrolet?
Chevy.
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet.
Who's going to win the sheriff election?
No comment.
Why not?
Because it's up to the people, and I don't live in the county, and
Yeah, but I mean, you still have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion about it.
She don't have an opinion she'd like to share.
Extended questions. You said 5 rapid,
Well,
first train of thought, and that was it. You're breaking the rules.
That one intrigues me.
He's good for that, ain't he?
Yeah, he's breaking the rules.
You threw no comment on the very last one.
Well, because I had no comment.
No, the first one also.
Well,
No, you said what's your favorite
what's
child?
your favorite child? She said, I
I don't have one.
That's
I
the
don't like
same
none
as
of them.
no comment.
Oh.
Well, you know what? In all fairness, that is said to me so much from my kids to my grandkids.
Yeah.
That that was not
Well, see, it was
fair, question.
My mother, we all act like she loves us more than she loves another one. Like my sister's like, oh, she loves me more than she loves you. And I'm like, yeah, that's why she hangs out with you all the time.
Well, Kelly Gibson said, "Baby girl, you live in the county." I live in the city.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe she means I can vote in that race also.
Right.
Maybe that's what-
Yeah, because you can live in the city and the county, right?
Yeah.
If you live in the city, you live in the county.
Yeah.
I live in the city of Corbin, but I live in the county of Whitley.
Yeah, she was just talking about you could answer because you could vote because you live.
Well, thank you, Kelly. I haven't answered either. She's.
Well, guys, you can make sure to tune in here on Monday the 18th, and we are going to give you our predictions of the Laurel County races.
Yeah, our honest prediction.
Those let me preference it. Our predictions are not endorsements. We're not endorsing who we predict will win. This is just based on our own opinions.
No, it's yeah. Because if I'm making a prediction on who would win, it's not necessarily my pick. It's just who I think.
Right. It's not an endorsement. We've had the opportunity to speak to a lot of people, and we will make predictions, not endorsements, on Monday's show. I think.
Because I think there's only a couple I would even endorse.
Is JJ on that show?
JJ will be on Monday. Yeah.
James Jones will be on the Monday show.
And I've already told him we're doing predictions, and he's fine with it.
But we will.
Guys, getting these predictions. Is it just
Where this is
personal?
just who we feel like is going. Like just me sitting here talking to you, and Ronnie talking to you. And
My opinion, we've had enough people on the show. We've heard enough. To grow.
We've watched the analytics. We've watched our analytics. We've seen who's had more traction on posts, who's commenting more on stuff, who's sharing more stuff. We have all the analytics
Right.
to make an educated prediction.
I didn't know if you was having your people that you like vote and tally that up.
Rick said, "Don't do predictions until you have me on." Well, we're doing
Dick, you
predictions
got me.
Monday. and
After you.
Yeah, you'll be on Friday.
Yeah. We're going to do our predictions on Monday the 18th. By that time, it won't really even matter. I don't know that it'll matter anything. Obviously, I don't think our opinion sways anybody. And that's what they are, in a prediction and an opinion.
We're called idiots online.
All the time, in fact.
Yeah, people call us idiots.
So
Did they give a reason behind that, or they just
said we don't know what we're talking.
they always say it when it's Jericho on the screen. I'm just teasing. Listen, no. Listen, he is the youngest.
Years between all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 32 or 42, 52 or 53, something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's why the baby gets picked on. Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah, you handle it well.
I think that we'll also do. We can do.
He gives it back.
Oh.
I do.
We'll also do Whitley County predictions Monday night too, because that would be fun. Again, not endorsements, just predictions.
I don't even know who's running for Whitley County.
I'll bring a newspaper. I'll bring you
I'll
the
bring you the
newspaper.
newspaper.
Bring you the newspaper. So, with that said, now we have opened it up to the questions from the public to you. I don't know that we have got anything through yet, but
I got a hard question.
uh-oh.
We've never asked this to anybody. I'm just curious because just a statement you had made earlier. How do you think you stand in this election?
How do I think I stand in
Have
this
you been
election?
running? Have you been following your own stats?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
So, well, how do you think you're faring? You know, you.
Well, there's a lot of
Hopefully in the top 10.
Yeah, well,
Right.
Top 12.
Top 12. Yeah, that's right. Because after May, it goes to 12, right?
And then-
Gotcha.
I have to say there's some strong candidates that's running. Like Miller, Carson. I don't know what's going to happen with Carson. I think they had trial or
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah, he got mentioned the same time the mayor did.
Well, I know there's currently 18 of them. You know.
yeah, there's 18.
You're one of 18.
I think I'm pretty confident I'll make it in one of the 12.
But somebody did
I do.
confirm that it's going to be 5 of the current running.
Oh, there is 5 of the current
I
running.
thought there was.
Well,
I
I
didn't
think
know if it
that
dropped out.
that Justin had said 4 though.
A lot of people say 4.
Is Jim or John Brewer, right? Because the Baker guy's been on there. Jim or John Brewer is the newest.
I can't remember. I know it begins with a J. It seems like he has the same initials as Jim Baker.
He does.
So,
So Kelly, I want to say thank you for watching and thank you for continuing to watch. We really do appreciate that. But she also has a question.
Okay.
Are you willing to table a proposal from constituents or the mayor so you can do your due diligence before making a decision that affects the community?
John
I
Burner.
feel like that's a no-brainer, but not everybody thinks the same. Absolutely. If I'm not going to make a decision that if I don't have enough information or it's going to affect other people. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have no problem in doing that. But hopefully you get the information enough time before the meeting that you can research it and come.
Isn't that kind of what a lot of some of the obstacle is that people are just passing out the agenda like the day before,
Hours before.
or hours before. That way nobody really has a clue other than the people that put it together.
Right.
What's going to happen?
Well, one thing about that question there, while we've been doing this whole, election thing, every time the current city council gets spoke about and the word table gets mentioned,
It's negative.
yeah, it's negative. When something gets tabled, it never gets talked about again. So,
yeah,
I would add to that. If you table it, and you do your due diligence, will it get brought back up?
Would it be in the next month's meeting?
Well, from my understanding, that it's like they're supposed to read the minutes of the last meeting, the next meeting. The next meeting they're supposed to read minutes from the last meeting. So if that's been recorded that it was tabled, it should automatically be on that agenda the next time.
Yeah, just during the minutes talk.
Except for it's
No,
not, though,
I
right?
mean,
But they've been having meeting after meeting after meeting, so
And
it can be buried and forgot about after 2 or 3 meetings in the same month.
And I think this probably the city clerk. I don't know how she keeps up with everything. To be honest, like bless her heart, and the agendas are changed. Like I think this one, I know it's this month or maybe it was the end of last month. The mayor had put out for a special called meeting, and then the lawyer, I can never say his name, Valcro, but it begins with a V.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, they can't meet." Well, then,
Volker.
thank you. And then the agenda come out from the council, and it wasn't the same as the mayor's. I'm hoping with new people that it's going to go a lot more smoother. And like I said, things won't, I wouldn't think, have to be tabled because you're going to get the information time, appropriate time, so you can research it and be prepared when you go in for the meeting.
So I have a question then on that, but kind of a follow up, because that's a lot of what everybody has said though is, when there's new people there, things will be different. If 5 of the current are running, what if you are the only new added? So it's you and the current 5 and the mayor.
What if I
How
am?
can you change it? Yeah.
How can I change it?
Yeah.
How can I change what?
The way it is.
The way it's going now?
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm going to do what I think's right.
Right.
And listen to the people. I'm not just because. Are you kind of saying, am I going to fall under pressure?
No, I'm asking. Yeah.
Because
how are you going to?
They can't put enough pressure on me.
Right.
Well, how can you change it
if it's all the same?
If the council didn't change, how can
you? Yeah, because their votes would be against my one automatically.
Right.
But the people are going to hear my vote.
Okay.
So I think
that if I'm for or against them.
Yeah, they're going to hear
and there's nothing I can do about that process.
Right. And that's really important that you say it that way. It needs to be kind of broke down in that manner. Just because your one vote won't count. It won't if there's 5 other people.
Right.
But people can hear that you are fighting for them, and you can offer transparency into the conversations that are being had that some people aren't privy to.
Right.
Because you'd be able to say, guys, listen, you'd be able to get on your page, your vote for your election page, guys, listen, I voted yes for this, and the reason why I voted yes for this is because of this. This is the reason why they voted no for this. Guys, please show up at next month's meeting and show your support for our vote for what we're doing. That way, you put pressure back on the council, the other 5.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's what's really pushed out some of the other people. Like they felt like what I'm doing doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, and also, I've seen it done. Again, I want to go to the training if I won. But you can say, hey, I want this statement on the record. So I could give an explanation of why I voted different. But who's to say? Maybe we get in there, say them 5 do get it, and we talk, and we agree. You're basing it on the assumption that we may disagree.
Right.
But my thing is, let's send it to the public.
Right. That's I wouldn't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I wasn't making an assumption on that it would be a disagree, but it was the way everybody always says that when the new council comes or the new mayor comes, but what happens if it don't?
You're right.
So because there's a possibility, because there's all
what if only one person is different?
Right.
Yeah.
What if only one person is different? How can that?
They're going to need a therapist, right?
That change.
Yeah.
And
right.
that's
I
what.
shouldn't use the word assumption. I apologize, but
you can still make your voice heard.
Right.
Yeah. Whether you agree or disagree with it, transparency to the public.
That's right.
Is what matters.
Well, I'm not going to sit there and people talking and sit there like a statue either.
Right.
If it's something that by law we can't give an answer for, I'm going to say that.
Can't do it by law. Right.
Yeah. Give us time. Hopefully we can't. That's all people are wanting is to be treated with respect.
Right.
And acknowledge that they have feelings and they live there. This is their town also.
Right.
But no, I'm glad that got mentioned because I hadn't really thought of that before. That the worst case scenario, only one person changes.
Yeah, and it's a possibility.
And I don't mean that negatively, but a lot of times when you get these elections and you've been going through something for 2 years like this, I feel horrible for a lot of the council members because these last 2 years have been crap in London. But what's made it even worse for them is how London reacted to all the crap going on. I mean, the council had nothing to do with any, and the mayor even that I'm knowledgeable of. I mean, the mayor had nothing to do with the I-75 shooter. The mayor doesn't control the weather. Didn't have nothing to do with the tornadoes.
I thought he did. My husband's pretty.
Yeah.
But you're right. Probably a lot of things that not only this political split, but all the things, the events that's happened, usually don't happen in one
2-year setting. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We had the tornado. We had the I-75 shooter. We had Doug Harless, the autistic, and I feel like I'm missing something.
I'm sure you are, because, like I said, it's been one thing after another thing that
all the controversy with Randy.
Oh, well, and then
that's been a pretty big thing.
Yeah. I wonder if it's even hit other countries. To be honest, it's been national. So I mean, none of them things. A lot of towns or cities, counties do not see that.
The type of stuff that's been going on in London 2 years, that's beyond a lot of people's control,
Mm-hmm.
And
it seems like everything gets magnified now in London.
Right.
Everything.
Well, I mean, it's because it's hot, man. It's hot.
Yeah.
Well,
any London news is hot.
Yeah.
I heard somebody reporting that there was bologna and bread in the mayor's Fifth Street house.
Right.
No.
I heard that was a real report. I don't.
I see it too on Facebook.
I don't know, but I mean, it's one of those things where
lawsuits. It's no wonder he's got bologna. I'm like, poor guy.
But there's a lot of things that can't be controlled, and it's just about how the things were handled, and that's where the heat got turned up, because everybody is begging and screaming for transparency and people to say something, and people to stand up, and we're not getting it. Or I don't mean to say we're not. London's not getting it. There's not, like you said, Justin Young coming on the show talking about the two attorneys. You're like, that's the first time I ever heard anybody talk about the two attorneys.
What the reason was for.
Or what the reason was. And, people have been screaming that for the last 3 or 4 months. It was what's going on with these attorneys, and nobody's really talking about it.
I've seen people standing up there and ask, are we paying for your attorneys? Why do we have so many attorneys? And the council sit there and just sit there and don't say nothing. And the attorney's sitting there.
And the attorney speaks for the council a lot of times.
Speak the times I've seen.
If the city's paying for them attorneys, they should be able to use them too.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean,
say, hey, I got a court date. You coming with
me? Yeah, you gotta be with me.
But yeah, so that's one of the things that maybe not having to go through all that stuff during your term as a city councilman may take a little bit of pressure off. Hopefully, a lot of pressure can be removed before new people are elected, or before this election season's over. Pressure can be removed.
Oh, it won't be. I don't think it will be. And I mean, take it something that I feel like it's a little different too. Now this is a new generation of people voting.
Yeah.
And we have the internet. These things were going on back before I was ever born. This ain't nothing new. These things were nothing. This stuff going, I hear people say, I want London back the way it was. What? Nobody talked about it. Nobody advocated for change. Swept under the rug.
Right.
This is not new stuff, people. This is just, now we have, like I said, social media and a newer generation that are very vocal.
On their phones.
Whether it be phones, laptops, whatever it may be. But it's not a corded phone or a pay phone no more. I mean, this stuff is not new, at all.
I'm glad you touched on that too, because you're right. A lot of people say that this is just what we've heard.
Mm-hmm. And I've probably heard the same thing that you.
That the city council is, old families that have been running the show like this for this long, and that the mayor came in, and I think somebody said like a bull in a china shop or whatever, and wanted to kind of change things, and the old guard said, "Whoa, we don't do things like this," and that's kind of how things kind of went. And that's the way things have kind of been explained to us. It's just an opinion. Everybody that's been on our show has been phenomenal to talk to, and I don't discredit any of them, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm only telling what we hear privately out loud.
Right.
And I think you're right with the change. It's people are getting a little tired of the old guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, the internet's made it possible that things aren't much of a secret, and and different generation. My great grandparents, they were tight-lipped about stuff that when I got older, I was like, why didn't they just tell whose baby daddy it was? Who was the baby?
Right.
So every generation changes, and now it's like this generation is like bringing it out. The only thing I do not like about it is I know that it's caused division and lost friendships.
Yeah.
That people are having a difficult time not getting angry if someone doesn't agree with them on who they're supporting. And the fear of it, who they support.
Yeah, because there's people afraid to put yard signs up.
Yeah.
I mean, you yourself just said here and said, I'm not willing to talk about who I'm voting for sheriff.
Yep.
And
I feel like it's a private matter. I go in the booth by myself for a reason.
Well, I mean, but it goes to show also that people are a little worried about what they say and what they do and the signs that they put up.
Exactly. But I think it's always been like that again. I think it's always been like that. Now it's just being talked about. And I'm glad it's been talked about. Are we going to have casualties of war from this? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. But I think we're going to have change. I think that London, Laurel County is setting the way for change without even intentionally doing it.
No, I don't disagree with you. And again, I'm just repeating what we've heard. We've been very kind to everyone that's come on our show. When I talk about the old guard and stuff like that, that's what we've heard. Mm-hmm. When I speak to them with the same kindness that I speak to everyone.
Right.
So, I mean, when, people's like, oh, that's wrong or that's crazy. No, that's what we've been heard. That's what we've heard. That's 100% a fact.
If anybody can get on social media and just read a few things, they're going to see that what you're saying is coming from social media. It's not your personal preference.
Right.
Because you guys, like you said, don't even live in London or. So
we don't have a dog in the fight at all.
Don't have a dog in the fight at all, huh?
At all.
I love it that way.
I mean, I went to Texas Roadhouse for dinner today.
Yourself.
How so?
I don't know.
Moved to London.
Well, who's to say it stays in London?
Listen.
Then we just won't talk about it.
So you're going to be silent.
No.
And running a podcast and you're going to be silent.
No, I'll tell you right now, if it come to Whitley County, I'd be in it. 100% I would.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be talking about it. Right
Why?
now. Because it's interesting.
What makes it interesting for you?
I love saying my opinion.
Okay.
Jericho loves an opinion. It doesn't have to be a researched one. It doesn't have to be a respected one.
Nope.
But he'll say it.
You always been like that. Was you the one Mom said, hush, Jericho, hush?
Yeah, I've always been told to shut up.
Time's up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Your minute's up. What?
2 minutes.
But yeah, that's it's just interesting, and I hope that we would have the
Rick. Rick Friday.
Yeah.
You just wait till Rick comes on the show.
Friday, how sugar coated.
Anyways, so you said that it could take you 6 months to kind of figure out the ins and outs of being on the council.
Well, not just that, to see what has been tabled so much and forgot about. And like when I was watching when you had Matt Orr on here, he had a good point. It's going to take a minute to get settled in, and it's a learning curve. Just like he said, in a lot of us, it's going to be a learning curve unless the seasoned ones, get reelected. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. And what's interesting is, and I don't know how to lay it out the way I want to, but you've lived in London a very long time. A lot of these candidates that are running for city council haven't lived in London as long as you have. So, I mean, you've seen all different types of councils go in and go out. You said you stood in front of some in 1992. Some of the people running weren't born in 1992.
Well, I think Sharon Means was on that council.
Well, no, what I mean is...
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He said some of them currently running.
Yeah.
Weren't even born. He's right.
Yeah.
What I mean is you've seen what it takes to make the city prosper. I mean, you've been in front of them, you've watched, and when we talk about the old guard, you've seen the old guard, you've been in front of the old guard, you know them, you are familiar with all the faces in London. And I think it's really great that you're running. And I mean that by, it's not just somebody that's young and wanting to make a change. It's somebody that's super invested time in the place also. And that's not to discredit any of the young candidates running. I'm just saying,
right.
I think it's really great that you're like, I've talked about running for 4 years, Paul. This is before all this chaos. This chaos isn't what made me decide to run. I wanted to be a part of this community 4 years ago. Just it's just that the timing wasn't right then, and the timing's right now. And what's crazy is that you're right in the middle of the chaos now, and you wouldn't have been 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Well, wait a minute, though. I may have been
if you got elected.
Yeah.
You would have been in the chaos this time.
No.
Have you been following a lot of these ordinances that they currently have passed and stuff?
Some, and to be honest, some not. Like, well, that how can you get past the soap opera part? Listen to the ordinances being read, and it's, but I have for the most part, yes.
If you was to get elected, is there any ordinances that has been passed in this election or this term that they've had?
Oh, you dog, you. You dog, you. Yeah, yes, there is.
What is there one in particular that you can say, or?
Yeah, there is. And I can say it.
Well, say it then.
I'm making you sit on the edge of your seat. The one where if you're working for the city, I don't like that ordinance. If you're working for the city, that you can't run for an office.
So Robbie Grimes is your pick.
No.
Whoa, man! That was what were you doing?
No, you're not. Listen, you're not that good, buddy. You're still a pup. No, I just don't think that ordinance. I don't like that ordinance.
I don't like it either.
Because now I get it if it's, you can't campaign during work time and on the clock, stuff like that. But I don't feel like someone should be restricted from being able to run for office because they have a job. I mean, truthfully, when let a person work,
right.
And
no, I don't disagree with you. I don't think anyone in this room disagrees with you.
Yeah,
I think that, and I think when we ask about that, it was, well, that's always been the case. But I don't know that that's really, it has always been the case. And if it's not always been the case, then it's I guess think I can speak for all three of us. None of us agree that should have happened. If Robbie stepped down from the sheriff's race, or stepped down from the sheriff's department, being the second in command, meaning he's doing very well.
You mean the city police?
No. He stepped down
from
Root's office.
You're right. You're correct.
to run in the election.
Yeah.
And he got a job with the city police.
Yeah.
Because he was going to run for a county spot, right? And he's number 2 guy. And if the city created something pushing a man out of a job,
That has never
that
happened in the time of London before.
Well, and it was all.
he said that there were times that other sheriff candidates had done the exact same thing and there wasn't a problem. Now that's just what came out of Robbie Grimes' mouth. I don't know that that's a fact or not, but that's what he said.
The only thing I wonder on that though is if that ordinance is there, I mean, how does that apply to county stuff anyways?
I don't know. How does city stop county?
Because it said it says any city
employee
cannot run in a political race.
Yeah, for anything.
Well,
that's layman's terms, I'm sure.
Well, that's the same with my company though. I cannot run for an election. That they have a policy that says that I have to resign. But my rebuttal to them is, well, what if I don't? Are you going to fire me? They can't legally fire you.
Yeah, because then you're getting into state and federal law.
Yeah, they can't legally fire you. I'm not going to
My
resign.
old company was the same way too, but we were contracted by the Department of.
Well, just to get back to the Grimes thing, he did the respectful thing, leaving the sheriff's department and didn't run against the man he worked for. He has 30-year law enforcement background. It would make sense for him to find another job close to home where he could use his expertise.
Right.
And I mean, I think that, quite frankly, Robbie Grimes being part of the London City Police Department was probably one of the best things that happened for the London City Police Department. That's just somebody with all that experience working for that department.
Well, I remember when Robbie worked at the jail.
Well, that's where he said he started at. I think it was jailed and a bailiff. And listen, that what I'm saying is no endorsement for Robbie Grimes. I'm just pointing out the fact that I disagree with City Council on if that's what they did. I don't agree with.
Well, why was the rush? Why not wait till after the election? Well, which they may not be sitting there, or they could be, but. Why the rush? What was rushing that you had to make that ordinance when personally I know that a lot of city business isn't getting done. Like, for example, my road was due to be fixed and paved last year.
No. That's a politician trick. We talked about this with Eugene on Monday. Everybody's next on the list.
Oh.
That's a politician trick.
What happened was all the trial and impeachment and all that went into it where they can't do blacktop or something like that when it's cold. So why not focus on that stuff instead of rushing to make an ordinance? Like, what was so pertinent about that? And again, they've not explained that to the citizens, so we're just lacking the knowledge of what we see going on in our own perceptions.
Well, right, and that just leads to speculation because there's all kinds of speculation about the sheriff's race and how it's tied to the city now. And if there was some kind of clarification of that, then that would make the citizens of London feel better anyways.
Well, that would probably be the only benefit I could see if 5 was to stay and you was the only new one. You could pick their brains and figure out why they done what they done.
You could figure it out.
I'd rather do that in sessions and just have a whole new council.
You could figure it out and bring it back to us.
Oh, okay.
We'll help you get the word out.
Well, then I can't do that in session because then it would be confidential.
With your therapy session, that your therapy that you do and stuff, you could integrate that in secretly, onto them.
I couldn't call it a therapy session then
because it's confidential,
right? So,
but no, what I'm saying was the expertise that you have.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You could use that. Pick their brains, get stuff out of them that they're unaware of. Like, okay, I got that job right now.
Yeah.
See,
absolutely.
No, I mean everything I say when I say that I'm very excited about you running in. And the way that you talk about transparency and saying listen, I may be just one vote, but I'm going to be that thorn in the side, and I'm going to tell you why I voted the way I voted. You won't have to question my motives at all, and I think that's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, actually, when you asked me what would I be doing if and I said lawyer, if I wasn't a therapist, my kids always say I was a detective because I'm like, I didn't settle for just an answer. It was always like, well, why? Why? I got that with parenting, a bunch of teenagers. It's like, I'm not going to accept for face value what you're telling me. And so, I'm very interested in what makes people tick. Why do they do the things they do? And understanding other people's perspective. It may not be what you think. Right?
No, you're spot on.
Yeah.
So, if you had, hold on, let me get to our end of the. Let me get to our end of the. So, have you heard any rumors about yourself that you'd like to discuss? We've had. Justin said that his rumor was he's racist and a woman beater. The mayor said his rumor was that he worked for the cartel. We did. John Root his rumor was he was gay. It was on one of his signs.
Yeah.
Tracy's was that she was gay.
Yeah.
So do you have any fun rumors that you'd like to dismiss?
The only thing I seen was someone had made a comment. Brad Mallory had posted pictures of some of us vote for these people, which I thank you, Brad Mallory. I'm flattered. Then someone had made.
He's a wild card, that Brad Mallory guy. He's a wild card.
Well, and some of the someone made a comment and reposted it and said, "Don't vote for they're mayor supporters." I'm interested to know what makes them think that I'm a mayor supporter, because I've never said I am or I am not. Yeah.
Right.
And so I've not heard any rumors that was like the ones that you've had on here, but I'm just interested to know what makes them think that.
Well, do you want to go ahead and clear the muddy water on that?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, see, what's crazy is the thing that somebody can't agree on different things on both sides. Mm-hmm. I'm not the smartest man in this room. I know that. I know there's things I could ask Jericho about weatherization in my house. He's going to know exactly what's going on. I want to ask Ronnie something going on with computers. Ronnie's going to know exactly what's going on.
Right.
It's okay to agree with different things that people know about.
Right.
And it's not picking a side. In fact, I would say it's the most intelligent thing that you can do. Is say, listen, this guy's got a really good idea here. The council's got a really good idea here. And been able to put it together and say, listen, these are good ideas. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter where they came from.
Right.
It doesn't put you on one side or another.
Correct.
If they have a good idea, then why can't it just be a good idea instead of you being a supporter of either?
That's a good question.
Because I see a lot of people that they get kind of caught in that dilemma. They agree with something the mayor say. That's a mayor supporter. That's a mayor supporter. They agree with something the city council says. That's a city council supporter. Or maybe they just have a good idea.
That has been the most aggravating thing for me through this whole thing.
Yeah.
You cannot say anything. If you say one little thing that's just your opinion, it ain't feeling based. It's just my opinion.
Well, I know that I asked someone about they called the mayor something, but it was basically over the campaign contributions. I can't remember.
Democrat.
Exactly. Well, that he gave to Republican, but he was a registered Republican. He was a registered Republican and gave to a Democrat and all. And they were calling him something, proper. And I asked them to explain what they was talking about. Like, I wish I could remember exactly what was said. And I really was wanting to know because I didn't know that was a law. And I was in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, if I had money, you know, and I was going to contribute to campaigns, I base it on the person. I don't care if they're independent, Republican, Democrat, you know. So say, you know, I was raised with someone running for mayor since we was kids, and you know, we're still best friends. And well, that's a nonpartisan. Say they was running for sheriff, okay, and they're Republican, I'm Republican, and I give their campaign, but I go to the governor's convention or something, and I really like his ideas, and he's a Democrat, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna flip him a 50 or 100. You know, I'm poor, but you know, so I was really asking that person, why do you say that? And I think they thought I was cocked and ready for a fight, and I wasn't. I even thanked them for explaining,
Right?
You know, because where they was coming from, because I didn't understand why that he should be in prison over that. It's his money, you know.
Right.
I didn't know it was a law.
Right, and this is not just ignorant of what a law that was the law.
Sure.
You know, there's things I get corrected on all the time. If you don't believe me, read the comments. You know, and I say something that I'm ignorant to say it, and I don't mean that in a negative fashion. That's the term means. Hey, listen, I just don't know. I'm asking you a question.
I'm the same way.
You know.
Well, people act like anytime you open your mouth, you have to be as factual as you can be.
Well, you're supposed to, Jericho. If you're not as factual as you could be, you're kind of a liar.
Well,
maybe you've been missing, or maybe something changed along the way. You didn't know it changed, so you thought you speaking the truth. You know, just like I learned something today before coming to the show about the law. I didn't know if you moved that you had to not only change your driver's license, the address on it, but you had to change when you registered to vote, the address for that. I didn't know that. I thought when you registered to vote, usually 18, or that was it, and then wherever your driver's license went was proof. I didn't know that. I learned that today because it came out in court.
Yeah. No, I had to learn that the hard way. I actually went to vote, and I had my driver's license was different than the one they had on file. And they sent me to the other voting place because that's what they had on file.
Right. You could tell her therapy is coming out because she justifies Jericho over there. He's loving it. She defends him.
Yeah.
Playing that counselor.
No, I didn't know that though. I didn't know that. I've not updated my address. It's updated on my driver's license, but.
And I thought that's what it went by, and that apparently come out
Yeah.
today in court that
So that
wherever you registered to vote,
that
that
means I
address
can't-
on there, you got to change that.
Yeah.
That means I won't be able to vote then.
You still lived in Woodley County.
Your driver's license, they normally ask you if you want to register to vote too at the same time.
But what if you're already registered to vote?
Yeah. But when you change an address, somebody should be telling you.
Yeah.
Because you get your ID changed at the same time.
But see, as old as I am, every time
I
I've
don't recall anybody
I've
asking
never
me.
been. I've never been asked that. I've been asked if I want to register to vote, and I'm like, I'm already registered.
Right.
I didn't know that about the address.
Yeah.
No.
So that said, we've got 3 questions, and then we'll give her the 2 minutes to finish the show.
Oh, you ain't gonna do that first?
No, because the last thing that people should hear is
her pitch.
Yeah.
Her pitch. You know.
So we have 3 questions that we asked everybody. You familiar with them?
Kinda. Well, I remember one.
You believe in aliens?
Yes.
Have you seen anything?
Have I ever seen an alien?
Just UFO, anything that might strike you?
No.
You just believe.
Well, it ain't that I just believe. You wanted to go in depth for this one, don't you? I believe.
These will all lead you in depth if you'll let Jericho, depending on your answer.
Well, I'm like you. I like to pick brains.
Well, I think that we named it aliens. You know, man put a name on that. But I don't necessarily know if that's like an alien. We've just titled that.
Oh, she's going the angel demon route with this, aren't you? Is that the way you're going with this?
I think it may be biblical, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that falls into the second question, though, the paranormal. You know, a lot of people has tied angels and demons and stuff into the paranormal.
Mm-hmm. I believe.
Yeah, you believe in that?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen anything?
You got a ghost story you'd share? Let me tell you, Matt Orr kept us here 20 minutes telling us a ghost story. After
really
after the cameras went off.
Well, I have felt like definitely my best friend, like a sister, which is my daughter's biological aunt. She actually had a heart attack while she worked I say work together, but I owned the business, but she thought she owned it. I loved her. But she actually had a heart attack while we were at work and passed away later. And I felt her presence very strong, even at my house. And I wasn't the only one. My grandson and my granddaughter were the same way. You know, we felt like she was playing tricks on us because Brenda could be like a little mean thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys may remember Burger Boy, the Slut Hut?
What?
You don't know? I know he does.
Burger Boy, that's where Taco Bell.
That's where Yaden's is now.
Okay, yeah. You're talking about London. I'm thinking
yeah.
The Burger House in Corbin is where Taco Bell is now.
No.
You're talking about, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a waitress there for 25, 30 years. Dude, I'm sure you went there, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh, you just named it the Slut Hut.
Well, that was what everybody called it, Burger Boy.
And then you're
Slut Hut.
talking about this lady that worked there.
Well, everybody loved Brenda.
No, she worked there too.
Oh,
no, I didn't work there.
I thought you said you worked together.
No, years later when she died.
Okay. I'm glad you cleared all that up.
No, it was the name of my place was Ben Diggin.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so
was that three of them?
No.
No. I know it.
We got off on the Slut Hut there.
Oh, you got excited, didn't you?
No,
he did, didn't he?
What'd you say that was? I'm gonna need you to write that address down before you leave.
No. What's their open hours?
I know exactly where you're talking about.
They're still open. Yeah.
So you're talking about you're somebody worked there, you worked there, stuff.
You're getting all red, Jericho.
Calling it the Slut Hut. I was like, whoa. So,
third question.
Bigfoot.
No.
Good. Thank God.
Good.
All right, she is certainly eligible to vote for, ladies and gentlemen. Had she had said yes to the Bigfoot, she would not even been on my. She would have not been on my consideration list on Monday.
Bigfoot.
Oh, really? I didn't know what I heard the question before, but I didn't know anybody's answers.
Most people say no to the people with sense say no to Bigfoot.
What'd you look at him for?
Because he's our Bigfoot believer here.
I really do think he's real.
And how old is that sucker then?
He's older than all of us.
Oh, he's interdimensional if you ask Jericho. Like, he'll take you down some rabbit holes.
I can take you down
some
rabbit holes.
Sit, let her hear a mating call.
Oh, yeah?
That was weak, Jericho. You need to practice. I'm sorry.
Well, demonstrate it.
Oh, that wasn't. I didn't try to do that. You did.
You said it was weak.
Yeah, but I thought you was going to really come out with a,
Yeah.
No, I mean, I can do a Wookiee,
What's a Wookiee?
Star Wars? A Wookiee?
Wookiee? I know you know what Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first one that came out.
Yeah.
Or Chewbacca or what?
Okay, Chewbacca. Yeah.
Chewbacca, Wookiee.
Thank you. It was Chewbacca.
All right, so it's 9:00. If you had 2 minutes to plead your case to the people of London that you'd want everybody to see, because we may use that clip in our short clips. If you had 2 minutes, what would you say?
Or do I?
You do have to.
Oh, okay. I would just like to say that voting for me is like voting for your next door neighbor. I'm just like an everyday person. Yeah. I just want what's right for individuals and also the community. And when I say individuals is what I mean. Some people probably need ordinances, on their property, stuff like that. But I'm going to say, I have an open door policy. A lot of people, you can pull up at my house and no matter what time of night it is, I may not look the best, but I'm just like the neighbor next door, and I am the neighbor next door. I don't come for money. I was a welfare mom. I know how it is to budget. When you believe me, and I still budget. And I can understand where people are coming from in a lot of issues because I've either lived it, been exposed to it, seen it, and I get it. I'd really appreciate everyone's vote. And I will ask people, though, when they go voting, take a deep breath and think about what they're doing this time, because this is a lot is swaying on this election. And please don't do it when you're angry. Just think about, find out information, talk to people. But I would appreciate everyone's vote. And that's all I have really to say. And I'm humbled by that. I'm humbled also by, I said that's all I had to say, and then I went on. If my grandkids, I kill my grandkids with that. I want to say that I'm very humbled by the support I've got. I really am. Because like I said, I'm a welfare mom. I was a single mom, 5 kids. I got 11 grandkids. And I didn't come for money. I don't have the name. My father had schizophrenia. My mother babysit for cash on the side back when we was growing up. I'm just like an everyday person. I wasn't born with a golden spoon. I wished I had been, maybe.
Right. So,
but then again, I don't.
How can people find you on social media to find out more about you?
Well, it's under I got my personal account, and then I have the political page, which my daughter's been correcting me on my political page because she's like, "Mom, you like the gym in her political page," and I'm like, "Well, shouldn't people know that that's what?" If they vote for me, that's what stuff I like. I go, I don't know. I've never done this before. Myself, I could have just had my personal page and left it at that,
Mm-hmm.
But it's my personal page is Consondra Loughran, and then it's the same for my political page, Consondra Loughran for City Council.
For London City.
London City Council. See, you even know it better than I do.
I just want you to be able to tell the people to where they can find
you. I
and what number are you on the ballot?
17. I'm number 17.
So, guys, if you're looking for Consondra, look for her at the bottom. And pull her to the top.
Pull me to the top.
Scrolls, don't you?
What?
I think it'll scroll.
It's digital now, ain't it?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The one in Oak Grove was paper and pen 4 years ago.
Look for the name that you can't hardly pronounce.
All right. So, guys, again, vote Consondra number 17 on the ballot.
He's already putting
them. Number 17 on the ballot. Tuesday, May 19th. Early voting starts tomorrow, I believe. So if you can't make it out on Tuesday, make sure to make it out tomorrow or Friday and Saturday, I believe. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, early voting. Make sure to do that. We have Rick Kaufman coming on the show Friday. Rick will be here Friday.
Oh, who's Sunday?
We have John Hingston, I think. Let me make sure I say this name right.
And that's over the.
So Sunday, is it cancer?
It's
the brain.
The DIPG.
That rare that's coming here because there's 6 cases that came from this area and they're trying to investigate on it.
It's a rare cancer at that.
Yeah, so we got a guy coming from South Carolina Sunday.
Okay, I seen I had someone coming from far off, but I didn't know what it was over, and that's great.
His name is Randy Hinton, and he got on the Corbin. It was the Corbin Community Group, and posted that he'd like to come down here and talk to us about DIPG. This tumor took his daughter from him.
This same cancer.
Same cancer. Over 20 years ago, it has a 99.5 death rate.
I thought it was 95, but
no, it's 99.5.
Wow.
death rate.
Because it gets in the tissue, doesn't it?
It's in the brain, I believe. It causes swelling. The tumor gets bigger. I'm not very educated on it, so I don't want to say too much.
Little one in our church family that passed away recently with it. And that was Waylon.
So it's
pretty dear to our heart here.
We really
There's no such thing sometimes as a coincidence.
Right.
There's something going on, I feel like.
But with 5 kids getting it in our area, he said that he said 5.
Yeah, it's 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this
Paul,
was.
done good about numbers tonight.
I don't have the ability to fact check people fact checking me, but Millie was known about when he made this post.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm not. I don't want to go back and forth with you about it.
Either way, it's really sad and there's something.
No, I don't care. 5 or 6. We got too many kids in the area.
And that
has it. That's just Corbin. Yeah, just Corbin. Whitley County, Corbin.
Well, Corbin, London, when he's
guys in our area.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Well, the reason why I was asking.
Hot damn! In our area, there's some kids that got a rare cancer that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And he wants to come and talk to us about it because he's got 21 years, maybe 25 years. He's got a lot of damn years. I'm not really sure of lessons or history about this, and he'd like to come and talk to us on Sunday. We're going to have a very special show where he can tell us every bit of these numbers, very factual, very right down to the point, on Sunday at 5 p.m.
Well,
now that's 1700 for you military time, folks. 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Well, hopefully he might be able to have a connection to this too.
He says he got it.
He said he contacted Hal Rogers' office. He's supposed to have got people interested in what's going on here. Hal Rogers, the day after, said that they've recently been informed on their webpage. So I assume that this was him because he said he was contacted, and the next day they're like, we've been informed. I don't know if that's a fact. It just looks like it could be. So anyways, he'll be here Sunday at 5 p.m. On Monday, we have
James Jones.
And then on Friday, we're going to have
J Money.
Jay's coming on here?
J Money will be on the show Friday. We didn't want to bring him on before the election because we want to talk to him about things that don't have anything to do with the election. And we don't want it to seem like he's on the show to pull votes for anybody else. We've actually wanted to talk to him since the Redneck Brawl, but it doesn't make sense to have him on until after the election. So that's our show tonight, guys.
So, everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the show. Please tune in for Friday, Sunday, Monday. We got a lot going on, a lot coming up. So keep your eyes open, your ears peeled. Stay tuned.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-341.